it just says, can you please elaborate more about the son of the Prophet ﷺ, Ibrahim, dying and the eclipse happening? Is that a proof of his prophethood?
So again, obviously this is just a very short lecture, and for those who are interested, I do encourage you to listen to my seerah lectures that are online on YouTube. You will find them on YouTube, and you will find them on my channel, youtube.com/Yasir Qadhi. And I have around 80 lectures, and I'm still doing it as we go. The next one's going to be on this Wednesday. It is, inshallah, with humbleness and modesty, it is the most exhaustive and thorough dealing of the seerah in the English language. You will not find anything that is more thorough, inshallah ta'ala, than this. And it's still ongoing. I hope to go to at least 100 or 120 episodes or so. And you will find many, many, many evidences of the life of the Prophet ﷺ, the miracles of the Prophet ﷺ in this regard. And one of them being, no doubt, the incident of Ibrahim, the death of his son, clearly demonstrates that he was sincere. And the story goes as follows, that the Prophet's son Ibrahim, he named him after his ancestor Abraham. The Prophet's son Ibrahim died at the age of around 1.5 years. And our Prophet ﷺ was very grieved, and he was crying. And the companions rarely saw him cry, but he was crying in public, and his son had died. And the same afternoon, a few hours after the death of Ibrahim, there was an eclipse, and the entire sun was covered up. So the people began to say, even the heavens are weeping for the death of the Prophet's son ﷺ. Even the skies are shedding tears. Even the sun has blocked its rays because of the death of the Prophet ﷺ. Now, he could have just remained silent, because after all, why not? Here's another proof of his message, right? Had he been a false prophet, he would have remained silent. But he's a true prophet, and he has to speak the truth. So what does he do? He, on the day that his son dies, calls the people to give a lecture. Imagine, you're grieving, your son has just died, but this cannot go on. He calls all the people to the masjid, and he praises Allah, and thanks him for all that he has given him, even though he's lost his son. Thanks him for everything else. And he says, even the sun, Allah has taken it, and you know best, O Allah, what you are doing. And then he says, verily the sun and the moon are of the miracles of Allah, and they do not eclipse because of the birth or the death of any human being. Not because my son has died. That just so happens they happen to eclipse. It has nothing to do with anything on this earth. Now, you think about it. Think about this. Especially I address the Christians in the audience and the non-Muslims in the audience. Why? Like, what is the possible motivation for negating the miracle of an eclipse on the day of your greatest human tragedy, the loss of a son? It is because he is speaking the truth. It is because the truth is more beloved to him than his own fame and ego. People should know that the eclipse of the sun and moon, natural phenomenon, have nothing to do with the birth and death of any human being. And so he negated this false rumor, even though he didn't even start it. He didn't have to say anything, but a true prophet must speak the truth regardless of the consequences. And yes, it can be used to prove the miracle and the sincerity of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.